Alright, next up we have a HT101. You know how much I just love whole saws, but this one should be alright. We got a carburetor, general service right here, and this lovely little valve. I'll put the number on there. That means the head is leaking. As you can see, there's some oil. Oh yeah, look at all that oil. Means our valve is leaking. We're gonna take that out, which is gonna be really fun on this one. But switching out the carburetor, giving it a general service ain't too bad. Let's go ahead and get into this guy. So here's our parts list. Let me try and get that in there. We have a carburetor, that valve I just showed, air filter, spark plug, fuel. We're gonna clean the fuel out of this guy too. Clean the fuel system. So part numbers for this guy. I hope you guys can see those all right. Let's go ahead and get started on her. All right, we're gonna start out. Get that guy out. Let me have a new one of these guys. This thing is soggy. They're gross. Ooh, close. Grossy Bella. Leave away. Leave away. This should come straight up like that. When here, this carburetor is coming off. She's got an internal fog in it. So let's go ahead and do that first. So we're gonna go ahead and start this by taking off this air filter housing. Get it out here really quick. Let's just get this off real quick. Just like that, right out like that, set it off to the side. Gonna go ahead and carefully remove, if we can, that gasket, just like so. Pull these guys off. Remember to always open this up. Even though there's very little gas in there, you will still get a shower when pulling off that guy. It'll come flying out of here. I'm gonna pull this guy off, nice and easy. This is usually pretty easy, just hold it down. Sometimes he comes out nice and easy just like that, and that's it. Right off, nice and easy, nice and simple. That went swimmingly. Let's go ahead and get our new one out here. Brand new. It's just gonna reverse right back in. There we go. We're gonna get that pulse hose right on there. There we go. Nice, and then go ahead and hook this up first. Sometimes that's a little difficult, but she went right in just like that. Now those guys are back in. We're pretty much just doing the reverse of how we just took it off. Now look at that. It's already back on and ready. Go ahead and replace our gasket. Make sure the tank vent tube goes back on the post. Then these guys right back in here. Then go ahead and put these nuts back on. And that's as easy as that is for that carburetor switch out. Not too difficult, not too bad. Quick, easy, simple. They won't always be like that, but this one went really well, which I'm pretty happy about. And then after we got this guy back on, we're gonna go ahead and adjust the valves. And there we go. All right, let's go ahead and adjust these valves. We'll remove that. I always like to get it hooked right there just so it's not in your way at all. Get it out of there. Come right off. See? And there we are. I'm gonna go ahead and get this to top dead center on the compression stroke. That's the intake stroke, and we're at top dead center. Right there, that arrow is pointing right at there. Now we can adjust them. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start out. That's really loose. There's almost no tension on there at all. You just turn it a little bit. There we go. It's just a tad too tight, so I'm just gonna barely back off of it right there. Nice and smooth, pulling in, go over to the exhaust valve. Just tighten that up just a smidgen. Ah, feels good. Ah, feels good. Valves adjusted, easy peasy. Gonna go ahead and put in a new spark plug and return valve cover right back on, right back down and in. Easy peasy. Now that we have our valve cover back on, spark plugs back in, tighten down, and boot is on, we're gonna go ahead and clean out this gas in here. This is a little bit difficult sometimes because it's awkward, but with some practice, it's just as easy as that. Now that does not smell good at all. Almost smells like True Fuel, which is the worst thing to use in these guys. They very much prefer their own moto mix to run properly. This smells like True Fuel, pretty dirty in there, so good thing we cleaned it out. Now that we got the fuel system cleaned out, all that good stuff, we're gonna go ahead, put this guy back on, and then fill this up with gas, and then close this end up because we're pretty much done down here. Then we're gonna move forward and switch out that valve over there. So gas in, close it up. Let's go ahead and just close this baby up right now. This should easily hop right down in there real quick. One, two. Go ahead and put this guy in there. Quick blowout, all that to blow it right out of your hand. That's how you know you got some good air pressure back behind you. There we go. That air pressure's up and good today, boys. Go ahead, return that, and then we'll work on the front. Okay, now that we have this all buttoned up, ready to go, ready for gas. The gas is in it, ready to be primed. Go ahead and take the head off. And there we go. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and get in here. Alright, and there it is, as you can see. I hope that's coming in clear. But this is leaking, you can tell from all of the oil around everywhere. And I can almost guarantee that oil level is right about there, maybe right about there. It stopped coming out of there. So that's what we're after, that's what we're gonna change out right now. So, let's go ahead and start getting all this good oil out of there. Oh yeah, I can go right into the True Fuel. It's all getting thrown out anyway. Now, the easiest way I've found to really clear this out, go ahead and set it on the ground and get your regular gas. And pour some regular gas in there. Yep. So I have no gas in here. Let me go fill this up real quick and we'll get right back to this. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take some regular gas, straight gas, and just pour it right on in there, about half full. We get it right about there. Very little bit of gas in there. Tighten that up, and then just give it a good shake. And look at that. It was actually, look at it coming out of there, which is how you can tell it has failed. Because that should be just as fine like that and not coming out of that valve at all. Once we get that mixed up, you can see the color. It almost looks like mixed gas. So there we go. Now it's nice and clean in there. Most of that oil's out of there. Just give it a quick blowout real quick. You can see there's a little bit of shimmer in there still from the oil, but that's fine. No problem at all. I'm just trying to give it a little bit of a cleaning so that it doesn't come pouring out of here like crazy. We're just gonna go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should just pop right off, and I mean just with ease. Should pop off. I mean just easy as can be. So somebody has been in here once before, because for some reason we've been glued in here. That is not typical and not particularly smart, I would say, but I do not know who did this. They may have thought it was leaking from around the seal, so they put this in there. It's interesting. First time I've ever seen this. So now I'm going to go ahead and clean all that out of there. I wasn't expecting that at all, but here's our guy right there. There's our guy. We're going to just beat that right out here in a minute. But first, let me clean up all this stuff. We're going to get all this off of here. None of this should be here at all. That gasket is perfectly fine, and will stop any oil from leaking from around it. Hey, A for effort though. A for effort. Alright, now that I got all of this liquid gasket off of there that I tried to... Jeez, this stuff is everywhere. And now all that's out, we're going to get this guy out. We're going to go from the front to the back. Just give it a couple taps. You'll see it start to move. And then there we go, it's just out like that. And there is the culprit. So now we're gonna go ahead and put it back in just like this. Just like that. We're gonna pound it back right back in from the back. So here's the new one. We got the new one. It's gonna just start right in that hole just like that. Now the tool I'm using to beat this in and out with is actually a modified tool. It might look a little bit familiar. It's one of these guys that broke. After a while, these teeth get worn down and it's pretty much useless. So I just rounded it off and use it for all sorts of implements. This is one of my favorite because it works perfect. It doesn't do any damage to it at all. We're just going to give it a few taps till it stops. And there we are. It's right back in, flush with the top of here, which is perfect. And now it won't leak anymore. So easy as that. Now we have the gasket back in place. I'm gonna go ahead and place it right back on here. This needs to be in that, just like that, right underneath there. I put these 4 back on it. We're gonna fill it with oil and then test her out. So we got her all filled up and it is not leaking out of there. You may say, oh, it just filled it up. No, this actually usually, if it is leaking, within 20-30 seconds you would see it kind of shiny and already start to come through. This has been filled up for a few minutes now and we're still bone dry. So that's good to go. We're not leaking anymore. Let's make sure we put our identifier back on here. And we're gonna put her back on and get her tightened down. All right, so let's go ahead and tighten this chain up a little bit. Feeling pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten her up nice and tight. Feels nice. Let's give her a go. Yeah, fresh new gas, right up. Oh yeah, we're moving. And we're oiling. Very good, very good. I always want to extend it out. Try it again. We're still turning and burning, sounding good. This one's good to go. On to the next one.